Alright, hello everybody. My name is Iboro Inyang, and today I'm here to give you my oral presentation on the topic of responsibilities of citizens during time of disaster. Now, with this topic, I'll be going over a few points, mainly what should we be doing, and why, basically out of the disaster relief effort. What should we know? That deals with the preparedness and awareness. And last, what shouldn't we be doing? Mainly breaking laws is what I'll cover there. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, on this slide I'll be talking about disasters. To give a definition, it's an event that exceeds the emergency response and recovery capabilities and resources of the agencies and officials responsible for its management in one or more critical area of response or recovery. Basically, that means if the local management is not able to handle the event, they have to push it out to the state or federal, and then they handle it or assist. It's classified as a disaster. To give a few types, I've listed here man-made first. Technological hazards caused by tools, machines, and substances. To give an example, I can talk about a nuclear accident. With nuclear accidents, it's basically a nuclear meltdown that happens. The containment for the nuclear reactor melts down because of extremely high heat. Causes radioactive materials to be exposed. An example of this would be the Chernobyl nuclear accident in 1986. It resettled over 300,000 plus people, and 20 years later it's still uninhabited there in Ukraine, in that area. We could talk about natural hazards caused by natural events. An example for this would be earthquakes. Now in the U.S., we have hundreds of earthquakes each year. That's a lot of earthquakes. It's something that we can't predict as of yet. The only thing we can do is measure them. We measure them with the Richter scale. That's how we determine how big or small they are. But we just can't predict them as of yet. So that's a natural hazard. Okay, for this slide, we're going to talk about awareness. Part of being a responsible citizen is being aware. Be aware of your surroundings, local reoccurring hazards. We can talk about hurricanes. Here in Florida, we have a hurricane season. Starts May 15th, ends November 30th. Where nothing but hurricanes come in and out, in and out. You can talk about tornadoes, especially in the tornado alley. Great Plain area. These things are unpredictable, so you want to be aware, that you're in that place where these things happen. You can talk about wildfires. The most deadly happen in California. The most destructive there, especially during the dry season. It's what they say is mid-October to the end of November. So yeah, just be aware of those reoccurring hazards that happen each year at a given time. Or you can talk about potential new threats, like if you were to, reside beside or near a chemical plant, you might just want to know their safety record, or what kind of chemicals do they house or produce. Either one, you should know or be aware of. Or any terror plots. Has the government released any safety warnings or precautions of things to do or places to go? Things like that you want to be aware of or be on the lookout for. So that would explain the awareness, being a more responsible citizen. Alright, on this slide we'll be talking about preparedness. Preparedness, what's the state of readiness for you? Once a disaster strikes, what's your plan? Or do you have a plan? Where do you go? What do you do? Who do you contact? Those things you would have to list in your plan, and make sure that your plan covers all hazards. The more you cover, the better success you'll have with your plan. Are you organized? Do you have any emergency supplies? Like water, first aid kits, extra money, stored away clothes, stuff like that. Do you have the extras in place? Or any training? Have you ever educated yourself on emergency management? Do you actually have the ability to conduct your plan? Has it been exercised? Practice makes perfect. Have you ever simulated your plan or put your plan in action just to see how it would turn out for you? And once you've done that, you can have a good evaluation on what your plan is, and see if any areas need to be improved or tweaked or anything like that. So that's the way you get prepared for disaster. Alright, so for this slide, we're going to talk about how not to be an irresponsible citizen during time of disaster. You're a law-abiding citizen. Laws still apply during time of disaster. That means no looting, no price gouging, and no violence. These things still can land you jail time during times of disaster. The last point I have on here is follow directions. It can be very confusing and frustrating for citizens not following policies and plans that are set in place to actually get you out of a disaster. They tell you to leave the area you stay. They tell you don't go there, but you do. They're telling you this for the best of everybody. So just keep in mind to follow the directions that were set in place or given to you. Alright, so for this last slide, I'll go over being a contributor during time of disaster. Being a contributor, this is not just their neighborhood, but this is also your neighborhood. So giving contribution would help this process go a little faster, get your community back up and running on a normal everyday basis. It's not only to be aware or prepared, but you have to give contribution. In ways you can do that, have local food drives, free meals, water, supplies that you can volunteer in handing out. The reconstruction of the neighborhoods or area, buildings, houses, you have to give these people a safe place to stay. And financially also, have a lot of donation programs that you can give monetary funds for. You never know, you might be a lifesaver to someone or some children who lost some parents or anything like that. And you never know, they may return the favor and be a lifesaver to you. So being a contributor is a big thing during a time of disaster. Being a responsible citizen. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching.